It's tea time with the Pronoun, the fastest moving golf show on the planet. Get the latest in local and national golf news with guests from around the world and around Central New York. Now it's tea time with the Pronoun, sponsored by CH Insurance on News Radio 570 WSYR on 106.9 FM and live everywhere on iHeartRadio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially the 2026 version of Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy Valentine's Day, dear all of our listeners here in Central New York. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Thank you for listening. You've been doing it for 26 years. I sincerely appreciate it. We do have a stranger in the co-host seat today. He's replacing Convertino, Convertino's in Florida, but he replaced Jack Conger this morning. He's a member of the Central New York PGA and a head golf professional at Lakeshore Yacht and Country Club, Mr. Jonny Petrin. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, this is your first shot here, isn't it, on Tea Time?
It is. I've been on the phone as a guest a number of times, but honored to be in the guest host or the co-host position there.
Yeah, there you go. You get right on top of that microphone. Yeah, you can move it over this way. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we've got Dominic producing today. Good morning, Dominic, and Travis on video. Anyway, I got to make one announcement because I mentioned Jack Conger, all right? Okay. As you know, Jack Conger has started a program. He had a challenge. When did he start it? About a month ago. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago. For the CNY PGA Hope program for veterans. And this is a program that was started by the PGA of America about, how many years ago is that now? How long has that been going? 5, 6?
That would be my estimation.
Okay, about 5 or 6. And that means that they give veterans free lessons. I mean, free golf lessons. How cool is that? Well, that has to be subsidized somehow. So they get contributions and sponsors. And Jack made a commitment of $1,000, but here's how he's going to be helping. He's giving a 30-minute evaluation lesson. And $10 of that, and that's 30 minutes. $10 of that is going to go to Hope. He's already over $1,000. I think he's going to up that, but we'll find out next week. But you can donate to this program, or you can call him now for this 30-minute evaluation at 315-436-8122. 315-436-8122. I told Jack I would mention that, and thank you for sending me the information, Jack.
And I'll tell you, my father actually took advantage of his 30-minute tune-up, and he went and he saw him, and he couldn't be happier with the experience. So,
well, you and Jack love to teach, except that Jack probably has about 40,000 more lessons than you at this point in your career, right?
I think so.
Johnny is the head pro at Lakeshore Yacht and Country Club. Been there for how many years now?
Just going to start my 6th year. Started there in 2020.
Sixth year,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have the junior golf program because my 2 grandchildren, Michaela and Perry, started with you. Started playing golf with you.
And what feels like not too long ago, but they've probably been doing the junior golf program for what? Probably 4 or so years now. So
they started it with you.
Yeah, but that's what I mean when I yes. In probably 2021 or 2.
Yes.
And they've been great students, and it's been really cool to see their progression as they grow and learn the game and continue to play more and more. And they got a good teacher in yourself, and then so it makes my job easy when they're away from their program, somebody that's showing them the right thing.
Oh, no, that's the reason that I put them over at the UP. It's more structured, and I'm very careful about what I say. If they do something wrong, I say, Johnny, remember what Johnny said? Remember what Johnny said? That's why I pay attention to your lessons.
Yeah.
And I like your style, all right, of teaching. It's articulate, it's clear, and a 3-year-old can understand it, which is what you have to do with golf.
Yeah.
And that's why they've been in the program that long, and I think if you're listening today, you can call in if you want. Michaela, Perry, you can call in if you want. They're probably sleeping, Johnny. They don't get up on Saturday mornings that this early. Anyway, so the reason that Johnny is here is because this year there's sort of be a new management transition at Lakeshore. And there's been a lot of talk around town about what's happening, who's going to be there and in charge, and are there going to be any changes? And so I thought I'd give you the opportunity to spiel it out today and tell everybody so that there are no misconceptions anymore.
Yeah.
And then now there's a membership drive coming up, so people need to know.
Yeah. So it's exciting times over there. Next season, they're continuing a semi-private model, which is new to Lakeshore in the most recent years. So there is an opportunity for non-members to play golf there. So that's one really exciting announcement. People, if you're in the Cicero area and you're looking to play golf and you're thinking, hey, Lakeshore, I've never been able to play there. It's a fully private facility. There are some windows that are open to daily fee play. So what's important with that structure is we still treat our members with a level of priority. So they get priority booking, they get advanced booking to the tee sheet, and certain days of the week, like those prime time Saturday, Sunday mornings, are still only available to our members. But on some of the off-peak times, there are opportunities for non-members and daily fee golfers. So a really cool change that I think more people need to know about, because I think if you tell a lot of people, they still don't know that. So
correct.
Yeah. So
Lakeshore has always been known as a private club. Mm-hmm. And by the way, a lot of the other private clubs have also gone to semi-private. Mm-hmm. It's not like a new phenomenon. They allow the public to come in, and you're allowing that this summer. Mm-hmm. And I think it was tested out last summer a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I think it was received very favorably by the public.
Yeah.
They were very happy that they had a chance to play.
Absolutely. Because you see this place that you drive by and maybe you've never been to, but you see it from the road and you see the stripes on the fairway and it looks great, and then you finally get a chance to play. So we encourage, people to come try it out. And like I said, still a ton of great perks to membership. So it's like if you try it out and you love the course, like I think you will, there's still a ton of great perks to membership, like certain play windows and advanced booking and exclusive dining. And we also have plans for a new restaurant operator as well as new golf course management.
Okay.
So it's a really cool time.
So how are they going to get in touch with you now? There's a number they can. You're over at the Pro Shop right now, right?
Well, so haven't started at the Pro Shop just yet, but the best way to contact is emailing info@lakeshoreYCC.com. So that's where all membership inquiries and once we get rolling in the golf shop, it'll be a great line to call as well.
Info 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 at
LakeshoreYCC.com. So that's info at LAKESHOREYCC.com.
Okay. All right, there you go.
Yep.
All right, now people know, folks, you'll be able to play Lakeshore. So, because last year I noticed some strangers on the course.
Right.
So I drove around asking them where they were from and how they were enjoying themselves. And they were very favorably impressed with the course because it's always been in great condition. Adam keeps it in great condition.
He does.
Is there anything that you can say quickly about the management team, or is that public information?
Yeah, absolutely. So Adam Engel, who has been our superintendent at Lakeshore for longer than I've been there, I believe it's 20 plus years.
Yep.
He's taking a bigger role as our operator and our general manager to an extent, running the golf operation. So a new role for him that I know he's going to do a great job in, and he's really excited about. So looking forward to working closely with him, and he's always knocked it out of the park when it comes to the golf course.
Okay, so one more time, how did they get in touch with someone to follow up on it?
Yeah.
Info?
Yeah, shoot an email to info@lakeshoreYCC.com.
There you go, folks. Yep. All right, you going to stay the rest of the show?
Absolutely, I'm here.
Folks, hang on to your seats. We're coming back with Eric Lorenzetti out there at Turning Stone Resort Casino. News Radio 570 WSYR. All right, that'll wake you up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Valentine's Day at Tea Time with the Pronoun. Jonny Petrin co-hosting. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning.
All right, we've got a little report that we do each week to kind of keep everybody up to date. So they don't listen to our monotone voices, right? And to do that for us, he's been doing it for a long time, our On the Green Report with the KENSTER, Ken O'Neill.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everyone. In the PGA, the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am at the Pebble Beach Golf Links. After 2 rounds, Rai Hisatsun and Akshay Bhatia are tied at 15 under, followed by Sam Burns and Ricky Fowler at 14 under. Min Woo Lee and Sepp Straka at 12 under. Round 3 starts this morning, and Keegan Bradley and Mary Meeker won the Pro-Am portion of the AT&T with a 20 under par. The PGA Tour's Champions Chubb Classic at the Taborian Gold Course. After 1 round, Darren Clark and Michael Wright are tied at 7 under. Justin Leonard, Scott Parrow, Ricardo Gonzalez, and Rob Labritz are 6 under. Round 2 is today. And believe it or not, Jesper Parnevink is 17 over par, 24 shots off the pace.
Oh, no.
Yes, unbelievable. Live Golf Adelaide at the Grange East Course. Byron DeChambeau and John Ram lead at break with 19 under par, 5 strokes ahead of Anthony Kim at 14 under, followed by at 13 under by Cameron Smith, Lucas Herbert, and Peter Hewlin. And for the LPGA, their tourney resumes next Thursday at the Siam Country Club and course for the Honda Thailand tourney. And finally, Perry, obviously no one is playing golf in our area because of the weather. So I decided to look into Florida for hole-in-ones from upstate New Yorkers.
Okay.
All right, so wait. I consulted the Miami Herald, the Orlando Sentinel, and the Daytona Beach paper. And what did I find? I found that there were hole-in-ones there, Perry. They described the hole, they described the shot, but they did, and how long it was, but they did not give me a name.
Oh, give me a break.
No names. All they had was hole-in-ones, but no names, which I thought was really ridiculous. But
No, it's ridiculous. It was stupid of them to wait. How do you not have a name? And you mean
I don't know.
Wait a minute, you mean from Central New York?
Yes, there was nobody, no names anywhere. It doesn't matter where they were from.
Okay.
I thought that was just incredible.
Yes. Well, good work, O'Neill, catching that down there in Florida. Hey, have a great weekend, Ken. Happy Valentine's Day to you and your bride.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Okay, there he goes, Ken O'Neill. And listen, we're going out to Turning Stone right now, Johnny. You know, they have custom fitting days. I've been calling it the best value deal for fitting in upstate New York or anywhere in New York State that I've heard of. And to explain all of that is the head teaching professional and merchandise manager at the Sportsplex Dome, Mr. Eric Lorenzetti. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Perry. How are you?
I'm here with Jonny Petrin, by the way. Johnny does some instruction over there at Lakeshore. He's got my 2 kids, my 2 grandkids. I wish they were they're not my kids, no, my grandchildren. But tell the folks what this Custom Fitting Days is all about.
Yeah, so we have custom fitting days. We've been doing it for quite a while now, but so we have a schedule of events from now till mid-April, mostly Friday, Saturdays. We've actually added a few Wednesdays this year, too. Major manufacturers, specifically to them, come in, work with our staff, and you just call, schedule an appointment. The fee is $100, and with that 30-plus minutes, up to an hour fitting, you get a couple things. One is obviously get fit in the latest and greatest for those manufacturers that are just bringing out new stuff for the 26th season. You're actually also going to get a dozen golf balls just for coming out as part of the fitting. And then if you purchase that day right after the fitting, we actually apply $50 towards that purchase as well. So it's been very successful over quite a few years. And, you get loyalists who like to go to different manufacturers themselves, and they just call us at the Golf Dome at 315-361-7509, or they can actually go on our website under the Golf tab, and you can submit a reservation request too.
Hey, Johnny, is that a good deal or what?
It sounds like a great deal. It sounds like a great deal, and I know that from all the reports I've heard of people that go do their fittings and their fitting days at Turning Stone, there's not many better experiences. So that's a great deal.
Yeah, Eric, I've been there since your first day at Custom Fitting Days. In fact, Turning Stone has been a customer, one of our sponsors, for 25 years. We go way back to the first party, Eric. You don't remember the first party.
I don't. I just hit my 14th year anniversary here like a week or so ago.
Wow, congratulations.
That's awesome.
It's been crazy for sure. But yeah, no, there's no doubt. And, the thing, too, is the fitting days, even if you're not interested in just like one manufacturer, it really gets people thinking about coming out. Perfect examples like today. We don't have it because of Valentine's Day, but I think we have probably 12 fittings booked. So people can come out. We can do different stuff, different manufacturers, compare. We're doing that 7 days a week. So, we have it. And we're getting to the time of year, Super Bowl's over. This has been a long enough winter as it is. What else are we going to do? So,
even if a club manufacturer is not there, one of your staff can do it. You can do it, right? You can do. You can make an appointment anytime over the weekend.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, it's funny you say that because next weekend we originally had Ping scheduled, and there's some delays in manufacturing. It sounds like with Ping, so some of their new product isn't going to become available until mid-March, and so actually we're just doing the fittings. So we did push them back. They're in March, and then actually added a date in April too, right around the Masters time. So. Every day we're fitting, we're teaching. We have clinics, junior programs. I heard you mention PGA Hope a little earlier. We were the first ones to start that in upstate New York and back and way in 2016. So it's crazy, and it's a great program. It's great. It's getting to other professionals are taking advantage of it too. And there's always something going on at the Sportsplex for sure.
I remember, Johnny, Ryan McGinnis. You know Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Ryan. Oh, I don't have time. We got a hard out coming up, Eric. We'll mention it next time. We'll mention it next time. Hey, Eric, have a great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day to you and your family.
Same to you and Johnny as well. You guys take care.
Okay, all right. There he goes, Eric Lorenzetti. We're coming right back with Tom Gorman. Can't wait to hear what he has to say about the tournament. And by the way, O'Neill pronounced those first two names. I don't know. Badia. How do you pronounce it? We'll ask him. We'll ask Tom and see if he could pronounce them. News Radio 570 WSQR. And happy Valentine's Day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Jonny Petrin, head golf professional at Lakeshore Yacht and Country Club, co-hosting this morning. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Mr. Noun. How we doing?
Okay, listen, we've got a couple of names at the top of the leaderboard that a lot of people don't know, and I'm not even going to try to. I'm not going to try to pronounce it correctly.
I think that's smart.
But at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, I'm sure our next guest has played the course. I've never played it because I can't afford $750 to play Pebble Beach. Have you ever played Pebble Beach?
Never played Pebble. It's on the list, for sure.
You know our next guest. You know who he is.
I do.
Because he's a legend in Central New York PGA lore, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. And he's also been with the PGA of America Rules Committee for over 39 years.
I remember you telling me that, and I didn't know that.
Yeah. You didn't know that? Yeah. I had to tell you that. Okay. Yeah. And so let's ask him what he thinks. Maybe he can pronounce the leader at the AT&T Pebble Beach. And we also should ask Mr. Gorman if he's ever played Pebble Beach.
Let's do it.
Okay. Mr. Gorman, have you ever played Pebble Beach?
I've played it a bunch of times. Luckily, that the Spalding had a big Pro-Am, and I got invited out there, so I've been lucky enough to play it 6 or 8 times.
Oh,
I'm glad you got somebody there to babysit you again there, Perry. It's Valentine's Day, and I know your wife is going to probably cook you a special dinner when you get home, but maybe not. In other words, so I don't know, but. The scores at Pebble, Perry, the way they're going, you could probably break 80.
Wait, how come you think the conditions are so favorable for scoring?
Well, number one, that the greens are holding, no matter whatever. There's no rough, and the weather's perfect.
There you go.
Take a guess. How many scores do you think are 8 under? In other words, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But just the be 8 under. How many scores do you think would be 8 under? Give me a guess.
I'm looking at the leaderboard right now, so it's almost 20.
26 players are 8 under or less.
Holy
Isn't that
smokes.
unbelievable?
Yes, it is.
You know. Well, this Ashab, he won the junior championship one year, and I sort of like to root for him. He's using the long putter, and Hisatuni, he's minus 15. But you got the nice one is you see Ricky Fowler. It's good to see his name back in there because he just got an award for his charity work. He's at 14 under, and then even Jordan Spieth is back. I hope, he's had wrist injuries, and he's at minus 10. And Rory's complaining that he's 9 under, that he can't, he's throwing strokes away, so I don't know. And then Scotty, of course, had a bad start again. He shot even par than 66. But it's good to see Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler's name up there.
I agree. And Rory's in the hunt at 9. Anybody who's 8, even 8 at this point is still, even Scotty Scheffler, how are you going to count him out if he comes back with another 66 or 67? He's back in the hunt again. I don't know how that's going to hold up at the top. I don't think that 15 unders, holy smokes, that's incredible. Incredible playing under those. That course is not easy, but like you say, the weather is perfect. The greens are holding. But that isn't the first time, but those scores are, I can't believe that they'd be 30 under par at Pebble Beach.
Well, the other player right there who's had you forget about this Burns. He's for real. In other words, he's for real. He's 14 under, so.
What amazes me about Pebble is every year it seems like I'm on social media on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you see the wind, and guys are hitting driver on the short par 3/6, and it's gusting a million miles an hour. Then all of a sudden, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, somehow it's always perfect, no wind, sun's out. It's funny how you always see the clips thinking it's going to be a daunting weather week, and then somehow it shapes up for them.
On the weekend?
Well, it's supposed to be, according to Rory, when they interviewed him yesterday, that he hopes the weather turns like it did last year, when he came from behind and he shot 65 on a crummy day. The weather's supposed to change there. And I've been there enough times, the fog rolls in, and, the weather in Monterey Peninsula, you can be north or south and be in the sun, and just in that cove there, the fog, it can be, drizzly and whatever. I've worked enough tournaments out there also. So the weather can change there by the ocean. It's hard to explain.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, if you can, maybe relate your rule of the week to something that might happen at Pebble Beach. Have you ever officiated there?
No. Yes, I have. I did one of the Club Pro Championships there, but before that, I got to talk about Patrick Reed here just for a minute.
Good.
He's won 2 out of the DP World tournaments, the last, and he's come in second, and he's got enough points already to have full status on the PGA Tour next year if he wants to come back. So he's on a hot streak. Winning the 2 out of 3, and then coming in second. So. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out with his status now being, gaining through the DP World Tour. The top 10 or whatever has full PGA status. So interesting little sidebar there about Patrick Reed.
Yeah, and guess what? Johnny also mentioned Anthony Kim after an absence of 10 years. We haven't even seen his name on the leaderboard. And what did he shoot recently?
Yeah,
Johnny?
He's currently in third place in the live event, behind only Bryson DeChambeau and John Rahm. And I'm not, I don't tune into live often, but when I see Anthony Kim's name in the mix, it piques my interest. So
10 years.
Yeah, just such
off the leaderboard.
Such a great story.
Yeah, but you're right. Reed is coming back. Boy, that would be some coup. Everybody's going to survive. Everybody's going to be fine. But it is going to be interesting, Tom. Now, Patrick Reed, and I think he'd come back. I think he would come back.
Well, if he has full status, why wouldn't they? In other words, you know what I mean? So we'll see. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the majors this year, and of course with Rahm and DeChambeau and whatever. But there's so much money out there now, it makes me want to puke.
Yes, there is. All right, listen. Now, give us a golf rule of the week.
Well, one of the major changes, Perry, is that in the olden days, if you went in a bunker and there was a loose impediment by your ball and you had a leaf touching your ball and you knocked the leaf away on your backswing, you got a 2-shot penalty. And again, this is how stupid a rule that was, because if you remember, there was a couple of tournaments that the players lost. Peterson cost them the PGA Championship a bunch of years ago in the final round, and then I'm trying to think of the guy that was from the guy that it cost him the Hilton Head. In other words, on the 18th hole, he touched something to the left of the green. In other words, in the hazard there. So. But now, if you got a leaf on your ball or a twig or even a movable obstruction, a cigarette butt or a candy wrapper, you can move that away from your ball. Now, I mean, how's that for a change in the rules?
Big
Or it used to
change.
be a two-shot penalty if you took it back and you knocked that leaf away from your ball. Now you can remove it with no penalty. That's another one of those rules that the USGA took them 100 years to figure out to be fair.
Yes. Yes, and it's fair now. Of course it's fair. It should have been. Anyway, okay, Tom, you and your significant other have a wonderful Valentine's Day weekend, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Hey, Perry, did you get your wife her roses? You probably didn't, because I know how cheap you are.
Yeah, no. Perry the Third. I think we're all going to go over to Perry the Third's house.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, pick up the roses. Come on, spring.
Okay. I'll bring a couple of flowers. Yeah, it's got to be flowers. You got to do flowers for females, period. You got to do flowers.
No chocolate?
No chocolate.
No, Perry, be like the Mayflower and come across, will you?
Okay, Tom. Have a great weekend. Okay, there he goes, Tom Gorman, and we're coming back with Trey Walewski, I hope. I sent him a text message yesterday, but he hasn't responded yet. You may not be able to get him, Dominic, but if he doesn't, just call Convertino. Okay, News Radio 570, WSYR. That's nice bump music coming in. Happy Valentine's Day, ladies and gentlemen. We got Jonny Petrin still in the studio with us. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning.
All right, evidently we woke somebody up this morning. I sent out the text message, and I just noticed that he didn't respond to me. He usually does. But he's down there in Florida, probably about a half a mile or less than that, a quarter of a mile from Tom Gorman. They're in the same, they're down there at PGA Village. Have you ever been to the PGA
Well, remember,
golf club?
We actually ran into our next guest when we were there together just a couple weeks ago. We were hitting balls on the driving range, and who else came right behind us and gave us a nice hello?
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Yes, of course. All right. And that would be Central New York PGA Golf Hall of Famer, the longest hitter of a golf ball that any pro in the area that I've ever seen, Johnny. He can whack it. And also, he owns the Meadowbrook Golf Club in Weedsport, New York.
Which I've still never been to. I got to get there. I got to get there.
Okay, then we're going to go. And he's with Under Armour. He has Under Armour, has XCO clubs, and this new Moto Caddy. Good morning, Trey Walewski.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
I'm not a long hitter anymore, Barry. That was a long time ago. Johnny hits it farther than I do.
No, Johnny can't hit it farther than you right now.
Yes, he can. I'm 60 years old. He hits it farther than me. I'm old now. I don't hit it far like I used to.
No, Trey, no, Trey, you're not 60 years old. Don't tell the audience that, Trey. No. Hey, listen, but you and I need some. Look, did you know that Johnny? You'll be able to hit it farther now because Johnny is TPI-certified in is it what do they call it? Class 1?
Yeah, level 1.
Level
TPI.
1. Level 1.
Yep.
When did you start that? When did you get that?
That was at the start of last season. So I've been doing it teaching it for about a year now, which is a really cool way. You mentioned distance and how far Trey hits it, but it's a really cool way to work on your body. And I've definitely giving some people some yardage from it for sure.
Yeah, well, how about me?
We can absolutely. We got to put you through a screening.
Yeah. Trey, what? Oh,
Yes,
no. Wait a minute. What is it, Dominic? Oh, a caller is on the line? No, but I mentioned Under Armour, and the caller wants to order something? Come on, Dominic. All right. We got, what's his name? Anthony? Okay. Hey, wait a minute, Trey, we got a caller from Syracuse on who wants to order something. Okay, Anthony from Syracuse, what do you want to say to Trey?
Good morning. Is this tea time with the Pronoun?
Yes, it's tea time with the Pronoun.
Okay, I hear there's some Under Armour discounts for businesses across central New York.
Okay, well, Trey, take the order. How much you want to order?
I'd like 100 shirts and 50 hats, but, you know, I know this guy at CH Insurance. He said there's good discounts.
Okay, for CH Insurance. Okay, so you want to order some shirts. Hey, Trey, can you take an order over the phone?
Oh, I would take care of Joe anytime.
Wait a minute. You didn't know it was Joe. I thought that was an Academy Award performance.
Joe, anytime he's always plugging CH Insurance. He's like,
good morning, guys. How'd Jonny Petrin do today?
Can't complain at all. How are you?
Good, Johnny. Kudos to you down in the PGA show with your buddy there, Perry. Some great display of movies.
Hey,
I'll call them movies.
I appreciate that. We had some really good content made down there, and you'd be amazed at how many people started when I saw them, just around the couple days after, telling me they're following on the road with the Pronoun. So I think people were liking it.
Unbelievable. Do you think he has more followers than CH Insurance?
It's got to be close. It's got to be close.
Wait a minute. No, we can't. We can't go down that road. And besides, you and Trey, were you serious about making an order for Trey? He wants 100 shirts.
Well, he's got to get with Brandy. We'll get them ordered, Trey. It's that time of the year, my friend.
Yeah, whatever you need, Joe, anytime.
Hey,
happy Valentine's Day to all our listeners.
Yeah.
Make sure you take care of your significant others today.
Yeah. Hey, and listen, Trey, I know at the top of the leaderboard, the KENSTER pronounced that the Histoine, whatever Rio and Ashki Badia at the top, 15 under for 2 days. How's that possible that Pebble Beach is going to be at 30 under par for the next two? I don't think so.
Well, when they cut that rough down, so when the U.S. Open's there, they let that rough grow. That's the big difference. So, but still, these guys are just so good. They putt so great, and it's just amazing. All
right. Who's played Pebble Beach, guys? Who's played Pebble Beach in their life? Trey? Did you, Johnny? What about you, Johnny?
I have not. It's at the top of my list, but I've not been there.
It's $750.
Not for PGA pros, it's not.
Oh, not for the pros.
I'm sure. What, do they cut it in half, Trey, or less than
that?
I
didn't. I went there 15 years ago, and it was free for the pro. Now I think they charge the pro $100. So.
Whoa, that's great.
Oh, God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well,
I mean, Pebble Beach is nice, but I mean, there's six holes on the ocean, and the rest of the holes are just like a normal golf course. I mean, it's a beautiful place, but you make it sound like every hole's on the ocean, and it's not.
Right.
I mean, Spyglass and those other courses are just as good. They just don't have they don't get the press that Pebble Beach gets. So, I mean, it was beautiful, don't get me wrong, but there's other courses I'd rather probably go play.
Like Spyglass?
Spyglass is great. Or else Monterey Country Club. Kevin Roman, a local from Utica, he was the teaching pro there for probably about 10 years. But it's a beautiful place, a private course, 36 holes, right next door to Pebble Beach. So there's other courses. Pebble's fantastic. Just like in Dominican Republic, there's the, Teeth of the Dog. The Teeth of the Dog is beautiful. There's 6 holes on the ocean, and the other 12 holes are just like playing at Calvary Club. So, the holes on the ocean are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
There's so many great golf courses, though.
You know who else lives on the course, Perry? Your good friend Jim Nance, CBS.
He lives
out there.
I didn't know that. What do you mean, my good friend? He was a guest on the show a couple of years ago.
Right. Our guest of the show, Jim Nance.
Yeah, and by the way, when Joe's first day on the microphone, his first day in the studio, Trey and Johnny, I didn't tell him who was going to be on. I introduced Jim Nance. He almost flipped. You should have seen him. What was your reaction, Joe, when you knew that Jim Nance was going to be on?
Well, I'm not shy with words. I kind of got shy.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens.
It was funny, and that was awesome. We had Jim Boeheim, and then we were waiting for Nance, and it was great. Hard to believe, Perry, that was 2 years ago, maybe 2.5.
Yep.
God.
Yep. And then, you mentioned how you kind of get, you're not bashful with words. You're not bashful with people. You're very outgoing with a Class A personality, Joe. Well, so does Trey have that kind of a personality. Right. But I don't think that it would bother Trey or Johnny. But for you and me, we get excited. But there was somebody else that I interviewed on the radio. And I'll tell you, I had the same reaction. It was almost like I couldn't believe I finally got him on the phone after 4 months of trying. But when Arnold Palmer came on, it was almost like, oh my gosh, I almost froze. I almost froze when I started talking. But you get through it. But it's kind of nice when you have somebody with a brand name. But Jim Nance was terrific. Trey, you've had the opportunity to meet with people, some really, let's say, famous golfers.
Yeah, I've been very lucky.
Who was the most famous golfer you've ever had a chance to meet?
Well, Arnold Palmer was actually in my car.
Oh!
So I drove him. When I worked at Grand Cypress, he was there to do a exhibition. He bent over, he ripped his pants, and he looks at me, and I'm standing there. Yeah, I'm standing there, and Grand Cypress is a mile down the road from Bay Hill. So
oh, my gosh.
He sees my name tag, and he goes, "Hey, Trey, come here. Yes, Mr. Palmer. He says, "Your car here?" I said, "It's right over there, Mr. Palmer." He goes, "Come on, you got to take me home."
Oh, my, so you got to hurry. We got to go. You were in his car.
I brought him home. I went to his house. So his wife was still alive there, Winnie.
News Radio 570, WSYR.